By the way, it has been brought to my attention that YouTube does calls me a pussy every single fucking time I introduce myself on this channel. So at least roughly once a day for the last year and a half, YouTube has been calling me a pussy. And I just want to take this opportunity to say, YouTube, see if you want a square go, son. I will absolutely lay the living fuck out of you. Because you are literally just some code in a computer. And I will drop kick that computer into the fucking sea. It's bussy way I be. Stop it. It was funny the first time. We're going to have to strap in, right? Because she's going to have this singing voice for the entire thing, right? And if I don't get on board with it now, then this entire reaction is sank. Hi guys, it's markabusi here and we're back with another Taylor Swift album reaction. This time we're doing part 1 of Speak Now by Taylor Swift. I assume this is Taylor's version. I don't think I want to do the version. It isn't Taylor's version because this version's Taylor's and it's probably the best version today. Here's what I know about Speak Now by Taylor Swift. So 1, all of this is self-written. Anything that goes wrong with this album from a writing standpoint, that's all on Taylor Swift. And if I make fun of it and yous come at me, yous can fuck off. It's her fault for having written this shit in the first place. That's just a fact, right? Secondly, it's also apparently her most emo album. So we're going to listen to each of the songs and we're going to judge the songs and then I'm going to rate them out of 10, right? And then we'll add them up and divide them by the total numbers of songs and that gives us an average score for the album, same as we've done with every other Taylor Swift album that we have done on the channel so far. The only difference being is at the end of this we're going to put it into the emo scale and decide how emo actually is this album. This is currently being live streamed on Twitch at twitch.tv/markabusi reactions and the entire thing is going to be going up unedited on Patreon at patreon.com/markabusi reactions. You guys watching it on YouTube are getting a very edited version of it. And I don't want to hear in the comments, it says full reaction and it's not the full reaction. It's just a fucking title. Shut up. Right? See the Hunger Games? Nick Hunt was hungry in that. It's just a title. It's just a title. If you've managed to make it this far and you're still not offended, please hit the like and subscribe button and all that kind of stuff. I feel cheap as fuck saying that, like I'm a dirty wee tart. But we've done it. It's at the road. Let's move the fuck on. Alright so far.
You were in college working part-time, waiting tables, left a small town, never looked back. I was a flight risk with a fear of falling, wondering why we bother with love if it never lasts. I say, can you believe it?
Oh, straight away. Straight away. It's got like heavy dashboard confessional sitting around the campfire vibes. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here and I'm like, where's my fucking marshmallows? It's cute so far. I need to be paying more attention to the lyrics. I need to pay attention to the lyrics and I need to remember the lore of the story of Taylor Swift, where we're at the moment, because I can't remember what was going on with her and Barry. I know she'd get fingered at a house party. I know she'd met wee Joe Alwyn. The last time I remember with Joe Alwyn, he was lying comatose in a restaurant with his hair falling into his soup and people were coming and taking photos of him and laughing at him. But he was just like lying there, ooh, with a wee tear rolling down his face like an absolute fucking clown. Because he'd proposed to her and she'd said no and then ran away in a train. Right, now that we've got that established, we can get back into this album. Let's go, guys. I'm going back for more lyrics.
in college working part-time, waiting tables. Left a small town, never looked back. I was a flight risk with a fear of falling, wondering why we bother with love if it never lasts. I say, can you believe it? As we're lying on the couch, the moment I can see it, yes, yes, I can see it now. You remember we were sitting there by the water. You put your arm around me for the first time. You made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine. Flash forward and we're taking on the world together. And there's a drawer of my things at your place. You learn my secrets and you figure out why I'm guarded. You say we'll never make my parents' mistakes, but we got bills to pay. We got nothing figured out. When it was hard to take, yes, yes, this is what I thought about. Do you remember we were sitting there by the water? You put your arm around me for the first time. You made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine. Do you remember all the city lights on the water? You saw me start to believe for the first time. You made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine. Oh, and I remember that fight 2:30 a.m. as everything was slipping right out of our hands. I ran out crying and you followed me out into the street. Brace myself for the goodbye, 'cause it's all I've ever known. And you took me by surprise. You said I'll never leave you alone. You said, I remember how we felt sitting by the water. And every time I
Right, it's weird. It's weird, right? Because right, how to explain this? It's kinda emo, like lyrically it's quite emo and melodically it's quite emo, but its production is country. I don't know. It's just and like it sounds too happy to be emo. It's like well, I mean, it's very much like what it is. Like a fucking country artist has decided has went, I'm going to branch into emo. It hasn't quite ditched all the influences that got her there in the first place. So it's like a kind of halfway house between your kind of bog standard country music and then your kind of dashboard confessional acoustic emo ballads. And it's somewhere right bang smack in the middle, which is weird. It's an interesting listen. I will say it is blatantly obvious that it was written when she was young, but I don't know that that's a bad thing. Because it's like, how do you can't really sit, like, so the lyrics aren't quite as complex and mature in its themes and in its presentation as, say, Torture Post Department, but you can't really judge her for that because she was younger. But so then you kind of take that context and it's pretty well written. And it is a bop. It's quite a good wee bop. It's just a bit happier than I would like for like if you tell me it's an emo song, I'm going in expecting some kind of misery, and I'm not really getting it. You get much more miserable songs later on after, which are significantly more emo sounding than this. So, but hey, first song, it's got fucking potential. At the moment, though, it's quite a well made, fun, wee kind of acoustic ballady banger. Yeah.
Look at you, it's like the first time I fell in love with a careless man's careful daughter. She is the best thing that's ever been mine.
Also, sorry, but I fell in love with a careless man's careful daughter is good songwriting. I like the cadence of that line. I like how I think the previous time she'd said it, she said something about it making her reckless, and it was just like, yeah, it was just nice. Just a cool fucking line. Just a nice wee bit of kind of wordplay. Anyway.
Fell in love with a careless man's careful daughter. She is the best thing that's ever been mine. Hold on, never turn back. You meet a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine. Do you believe it? Gonna make it now, and I can see it. I can see it now.
She's had to come in with quite a strong opening track to kind of waylay the haters that were going to come in expecting it to be shit. And I think for a 19-year-old, it does sound like it was written by a 19-year-old, but a particularly like a 19-year-old who's particularly good at songwriting. If that makes sense. I mean, I look back at some of the songs that I wrote when I was 19, and they were significantly more cliched and simple and shit than that one. So yeah, I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna say, right, I'm taking points off for the happiness of it, because I'm arbitrary and quite whimsical like that. So that it gets points deducted for that. And I don't like country. I don't like country, and I don't want to hear a fucking word about it, right? I don't like country. So it's getting points deducted for that. But the line about the fucking careless daughter thing, I quite like that. So it gains points for that. So that one scored. Oh, I'm going to be cunty. Scored a 7 out of 10. No, it's not, but and listen, before any of you start your pish, right? It's got nothing to do with women being happy or any of that nonsense, right? It's to do with music being happy. I'm not a huge fan of happy music, and I think if anybody has been paying attention to this channel, even just in a fleeting way, then that should be obvious. The more miserable song that you gave me, the higher it's going to score. Okay? That's just facts. And there's no much I can do about that, guys. Right? Yous have came here for my opinion, and unfortunately, my opinion is tarnished by misery. As it is. As I don't give a fuck. Science. Right. What's the next song? Hold on, I'll see. That was a 7. That was a 7 out of 10. like that colour change. It's a nice colour change.
The way you move is like a full-on rainstorm, and I'm a house of cards. You're the kind of reckless that should send me running, but I kind of know that I won't get far. And you stood there in front of me, just close enough to touch, close enough to hope you couldn't see what I was thinking of. Drop everything now, meet me in the pouring rain, kiss me on the sidewalk, take away the pain, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile. Give me with those green eyes, baby, as the lights go down. Give me something that'll haunt me when you're not around, 'cause
Right, here. I'm not loving this song, right? Firstly, but then secondly, this one. So what? She was 19 at this point. So this song. So right, she hadn't met Joe at this point. Then I'm assuming. So this is what? Where are we in the timeline here? She must be like just broke up with Barry. I would have thought, because it's like there's at least a few years between Barry and then Joe. So right, so Barry fingered her at the house party, and then he's been ignoring her texts. She's been texting him going, listen, that was some good knuckle action off of you there, Barry, the other night there and that. You want to maybe come round and we can play Jenga and hang about and that. She doesn't want to play Jenga, but the only thing that she's wanting tumbling down is his pants. And then he's no answering. And she's like, oh, come on, it's raining outside. Like, we could go outside and we can both get wet. I'll have the umbrella, and he's not having it. That's what I'm thinking.
sidewalk, take away the pain, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile. Give me with those green eyes, baby, as the lights go down. Give me something that'll haunt me when you're not around, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile.
Right. I think the thing that's getting right. You know what I'm starting to realise is the country twang. I'm no like she dropped it. She doesn't sing like this anymore. And anybody that's gonna come into this and tell me that she does sing like this now is a fucking liar. Because she doesn't. She's dropped the country twang. And I'm gonna say that's for the benefit of every cunt involved, right? Because the country twang is brutal to listen to. Brutal. Also, the autotune was doing a lot of heavy lifting. I'll do this, right? Where the autotune was doing some right heavy lifting.
With those green eyes, baby, as the lights go down. Give me something that'll haunt me when you're not around, 'cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile.
You know, you can put autotune on studio tracks. Like, see, right? For the people who are watching this at home, my chat are currently telling me that this isn't a live video, so like my autotune comment makes no sense. Autotune, generally speaking, is a post-production technique used in studio stuff. See, anybody who's watched me doing an album making stream, because I make music. I make music, guys. If you want to go and check out the music, change your mind because it's shit. But when I'm doing it though, and I'm singing, I then play the singing back and I hear it, right? And I hear how I actually sound when I'm singing, and it's horrific to the ears. And then I go in and I do pitch correction, and it doesn't fix how bad it sounds. It doesn't fix how bad it sounds, but it does push it into tune. It can't adjust the tone. That's the issue you've got, right? I'm still stuck with this tone. And it's unfortunate, but I wasn't even born with this voice. I chose this voice. That's fucking brutal. For those of you who are genuinely wanting to listen to my music, tough, happy hunting. I'll tell you later.
My mind forgets to remind me you're a bad idea. You touch me once and it's really something you find. I'm even better than you imagined I would be. I'm on my guard for the rest of the world, but with you.
The band's called Sunsets Over St. Martin's. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. If you want to give me money, then you can go and you can buy it off of Bandcamp. I don't know how you find it on Bandcamp, but it's there on Bandcamp, right? It's also, there's like lyric videos and shit on the channel and that. And my moderator's now happy that I've plugged shit, right? Leave me alone. I didn't want to make this all about me. This is all about Sweet Baby Tay Tay, and yous are hijacking it to try and sell my music, and it's no happening, right? It's no happening. We've all heard it. It's not the same.
I know it's no good, and I could wait patiently, but I really wish you would drop everything down. Meet me in the pouring rain. Kiss me on the sidewalk, take away the pain. 'Cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile. Give me with those green eyes, baby, as the lights go down. Give me something that'll hold me when you're not around. 'Cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile. I'll run my fingers through your hair and watch the lights go wild. Just keep on keeping your eyes on me. It's just wrong enough to make it feel right. And lead me up the staircase, won't you whisper soft and slow? I'm captivated by you, baby, like a fireworks show. Drop everything down, meet me in the pouring rain. Kiss me on the sidewalk, take away the pain. 'Cause I see sparks fly whenever you smile. Give me with those green eyes, baby, as the light.
This is actually kind of growing on me a wee bit. Oh, I mean, it's cheesy as fuck, but it's quite fun. Like, I start I've got a fucking hate that twang. And then, nah, I'm not minding it. I'm not minding it anymore. Alright. We're gonna have to strap in, right? Because she's gonna have this singing voice for the entire thing, right? And if I don't get on board with it now, then this entire reaction is sank. And I know that, right? So I'm gonna try and put, unless it goes like proper country at some point, in which case, fuck me, man. I'm just gonna, I'll take this capo and just use it to perform a fucking tracheotomy on myself. But, you know, other than that, we'll get on board. It'll be fine. We're all right. like this wee bit. That wee melody's lovely, right? And it's the bit that's saving this song because it's fucking lovely. And I get the feel it sounds to me like it's got the absolute life auto-tune to it, but it's still lovely. Nice. You know what, right? I started off hating it, right? Hated it. And then, I didn't hate it. Hate's a strong word. Maybe apt, but it's strong, and I get that, right? But then the wee you kind of won me over a wee bit. And it was alright. It was alright. I know. I'm gonna give that. Oh, that's annoying. It's getting an 8 out of 10. It was never gonna. It started off, see at the very start, it was a 4. Started off as a 4. And then she hit me with that wee fucking melody and it's just crept into my brain and it's lovely. That's annoying me. It's getting an 8. Right? And it's an 8. But I want it noted that 8 is under duress. Right? Because I begrudge giving it that 8. Because it doesn't fucking deserve it. But that a tiny wee bit. It's such a wee earworm that it's elevated the rest of it. You know what I mean? It's like see if something, right? See if there was something, right? And it was completely mid, right? But for one wee bit, it was really, really good. And that elevated it to an 8. It's like that. Right? That's the analogy. I'll let you fill in the blank in your head as to whatever you're thinking of when I say that. That's what it's like, right? Which means that you have all now got your own wee kind of like personal connection to what I'm talking about at the moment, because you've all come up with your own wee thing. And then if you all put it in the comments below, what wee thing you come up with when I said that, right? Comment that below. And then everybody can then have a wee scroll through and see what other people think is completely mid, apart from one wee thing that's elevated it to being decent. You see what I'm saying? That'd be a cool wee experiment. Let's see what else there is out there that collectively we can agree on is being kinda shit, but immensely enjoyable because of one aspect. 8. That was an 8. Back to December. Now this one feels country as well. I thought this was supposed to be a fucking emo album. I don't know. I've got like 600 fucking videos up on this channel, and I feel like none of yous have taken anything that I've said on board. Yous have no idea what emo music is. Yous bandy that word about with no abandon. Oh, that's emo. This is emo. This is emo. None of it's fucking emo. None of it's emo. This is country. I have been lied to. This is a pure up, straight up country album, and I feel like there has been a campaign, disinformation thrown my way deliberately to lull me into some kind of fucking trap here, and I'm kinda into it. Whoever done that, genius. You've fucking played me like a fiddle. Look at yous all currently trying to justify that it's actually various types of genres. It's fucking
so
country.
Glad you made time to see me. How's life? Tell me, how's your family? I haven't seen them in a while.
Hated that.
Been good, busier than ever.
Sorry, hated that melody. I hated that melody. If she'd went higher, like, oh, song, I don't know. Let me hear it. Let me hear it back.
I haven't seen them in a while. How's life? Tell me, how's your family? I haven't seen them in a while.
You know what, right? Actually, the melody's absolutely fucking perfect. It's a beautiful melody. It's the way she sang it. The first drop sounds just weird.
How's life? Tell me, how's your family? I haven't seen them in a while.
It's like she goes, what? And then it's like somebody punches on the diaphragm halfway through that note. Ooh, because she goes, what? What? Oh, I'll. I quite like it.
How's life? Tell me, how's your family? I haven't seen them in a while. You've been good, busier than ever.
Fine.
We small
Fine.
talk, work and the weather. Your guard is up, and I know why.
See, that one was gorgeous. That's gorgeous. The first one was weird, but that one was really nice.
We small talk, work and the weather. Your guard is up, and I know why. Because the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind. You gave me roses, and I left them there to die. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realize what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it alright. I go back to December all the time. These days I haven't been sleeping, staying up, playing back myself, leaving when your birthday passed and I didn't call. And I think about summer, all the beautiful times I watched you laughing from the passenger side, and realized I loved you in the fall. And then the cold came, the dark days when fear crept into my mind. You gave me all your love, and all I gave you was goodbye. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time. It turns out
Nah, you know what? Right. Here's the thing, right? The verses is alright. I feel like that wee melody that I keep on harping on about it's a difficult melody to sing, and the words that she's using to sing it don't always work for me. Like the Y worked, while didn't, and then Call and Fall was fine. It was alright, but it wasn't like the Y was lovely, right? But it's saved by an absolute fucking peachy chorus. Like the chord sequence, The melody within the chord sequence, it's just gorgeous. Aye, right, no.
All I gave you was goodbye.
It's just nice.
So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night.
It's this bit.
I go back to December all the time. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and change my own mind. I go back to December all the time.
I feel like, to be fair, right, it's quite a generic chorus. Like the as it's a as it's a fairly generic chorus, but things that help it is the lyrics are quite nice, the melodies is really nice, and I really like she's got like some distortion and a wee bit of reverb on the guitar with a nice bit of tremolo. So it's just, and it gives a kind of shimmering effect all the way through that makes it feel kind of dreamy, as if, which kind of then goes along with the whole thing of her looking back on this experience and realising that actually she was in the wrong this whole time, like she totally fucked it up, and you could have already had that way, like the reverb and the tremolo, but adding the distortion and that gives it a bit of grit whilst you're with it. So it's like it's a kind of negative remembrance thing. But it's just nice. Just a nice wee bit of kind of like the sonic acoustics matching with the lyrical content to create a wee vibe. It's just nicely done. That's a
Your tan skin, your sweet smile, so good to me, so right. And how you held me in your arms that September night, the first time you ever saw me cry. Maybe this is wishful thinking, probably mindless dreaming, but if we loved again, I swear I'd love you right. I'd go back in time and change it, but I can't. So if the chain is on your door, I understand. But this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December. Turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it alright. I go back to December, turn around and change my own mind. I go back to December all the time. All the time.
I'm starting to get a feel for the album, which means I'm starting to be able to contextualize the songs to be able to score them better out of 10, right? And here's where I'm coming through with this. So, like, it's no emo, right? It's country for a start. But, okay, so this is Taylor's version. So the songs were written when she was 19, yeah, but they have been re-recorded when she's significantly older. And she's came back in and she's deliberately putting on the country twang. So that should score everything a lot less points for me because fuck it. But at the same time, I do admire her commitment. Like, she could have taken the L and kind of just went, well, I've lost all that music now, and there's no much that I can do about that. It's in the same way as, like, so there's been a big furore in the news recently, in Hollywood news, because the film Sinners by Ryan Coogler, he has got it into his deal that after 25 years, the rights to that film revert back to him. So any money that then gets made after that goes back to him, and he owns that movie after that, rather than, say, the studio that made it or the distribution companies or any of that. He gets 100% rights to it, and everybody's saying that that's absolutely fucking wild. And it's kind of the same thing with a lot of movies where, like, a director will come in and absolutely passionately make a film, and then the studio owns it after that, and they can do whatever the fuck they want with it, really. And there's not a lot of say gets taken into that. And she could have taken the L and just went, you know what, the record company now owns those albums, and all I can really do is learn for that and go and make new music and try and move on and, like, forge a better path for myself. But there is something to be said for her deciding to take ownership and kind of take it back. Because they are hers. Like, and I kind of, in a legal sense, they might not be, but they are hers. Like, everybody knows that. At the same time, now I don't know the differences. I haven't heard the original versions. Okay, but this is a reproduction, and in a kind of artistic sense, it doesn't matter what she does. She's not gonna recreate the original art in its purest form. You know what I mean? There's always going to be something different. And then it's up to the listener or the viewer or, look, the audience to then look at both sides and decide which one they prefer. But it's a wee bit, it'd be a bit like, I don't know, fucking Michelangelo deciding he was going to do another version of the Mona Lisa because this museum had it and wasn't giving him it back. It's like, I get why you're doing it, but what one's then the authentic version? You know what I mean? And I don't have any answers to this. I'm just sitting here hypothesizing in my head about, like, I don't know. There's a weird kind of thing there about which version is now the true version of this song. Is it the one that she did first, or is it the one that she's redone? But the ones that you redone, you then can't really get away from the fact that they've been redone with the incentive behind them of reclaiming her art, which then isn't the same art through having been redone, because you're never going to get it 100% accurate. You know what I mean? It's like she just comes back in, like her coming back in and redoing it means that you've got, like, a whole new context to the albums that you kinda can't really ignore anymore, and that means that you kind of have to reevaluate how you look at each album. It's just weird. And I don't know whether that's, like, a good thing or a bad thing. I just think it's an interesting thing to think about. Like, what now is the definitive version of those records from an artistic standpoint? And do you go and, for example, like Speak Now, the original version, do you give that more of a pass because she was 19 when she wrote it than you would Taylor's version because she was significantly older when she re-recorded it? Anyway, point is, that song was absolutely fucking banging. The chorus was fantastic. It's the best song on the album so far. It's a 9 out of 10, right? Because it's... Aye, that was a good song. I liked that one. That one is possibly the best song on the album. Let's be real, right? And just as it has. As it has. There's probably better songs on the album, which is why it's only got a 9 out of 10.
I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion, but you are not the kind of boy who should be marrying the wrong girl. I sneak in and see your friends and her snotty little family all dressed in pastel, and she is yelling at a bridesmaid somewhere back inside a room wearing a gown shaped like a pastry. This is surely not what you thought it would be. I lose myself in a daydream where I stand and say, don't say yes, run away now. I'll meet you when you're out of the church at the back door. Don't wait or say a single vow. You need to hear me out. And they said, speak now. Fond gestures are exchanged, and the organ starts to play a song that sounds like a death march, and I am hiding in the curtains. It seems that I was uninvited by your lovely bride-to-be. She floats down the aisle like a pageant queen, but I know
There's some lovely guitar noodling happening in this, right? The lyrics are comedy gold. I'm getting told that this is about Hayley Williams breaking up with Josh Farrell's wedding, which I didn't know that was a thing that had happened, but that tracks, and fairly amusing. But you guys expected me to hate this. And I don't mind this one. Because this is the thing, right? See, now that I've established the baseline for the album, and I get that this is how it's going to sound. She's going to sound kind of country, right? It's no fucking emo, right? That's what I'm saying. Like I get now what I'm getting. So now that the culture shock of that is out of me, I'm alright. So now I can just judge the songs on their own merits. And this, it's just a cute wee bop at the moment. I don't understand why it's the title track. Honestly, that doesn't make any sense. It really shouldn't be. But who gives a fuck? Let's go.
she floats down the aisle like a pageant queen, but I know you wish it was me. You wish it was me, don't you? Don't say
See, I hate when she does that. See when she does the talking pish. Get it to fuck. 6 out of 10.
yes, run away now. I'll meet you when you're out of the church at the back door. Don't wait to say a single vow. You need to hear me out. And they said, speak now. Don't say yes, run away now. I'll meet you when you're out of the church at the back door. Don't wait to say a single vow. Your time is running out. And they said, speak
What's she gonna do?
I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely
That's nice.
barging in on a white bell occasion, but you are not the kind of boy who should be marrying the wrong girl. So don't say yes.
I hate the ad-libs.
right now. I'll meet you when you're out of the church at the back door. Don't wait to say a single vow. You need to hear me out. Instead, speak now. You'll say, let's run away now. I'll meet you when I'm out of my tux at the back door. Baby, I didn't say my vows. So glad you were around when they said speak now.
So did she speak up or no? That made it seem right. That made it seem as if she did speak up, and then the wee guy walked out the church and went, I'm really glad that you spoke up in that there, because I was about to marry the wrong woman. And then the two of them went mental in the bushes behind the church. But that's what it sounds like. But then my chat's telling me Hayley Williams didn't actually go and break up any weddings. So at this point, what the fuck am I supposed to be thinking? So what is she just imagining how it could have been if she'd had the boss to stand up and do that? Who knows? I don't know. I'm never going to fun it. And you want to know why? Because that song was a 6 out of 10 because of the ad-libs, and I'm never going to listen to it again. I don't know why I've got such an attitude to this album. It's not that bad. Oh. I do think that, right, I will say, right, that what this album is suggesting to me is that my preconceived notions of Taylor Swift when I first came into it, right, weren't they like 100% inaccurate. I just like had taken a very first initial impression of her and maintained it for her entire career, and didn't think to myself that maybe as I grew older and got wiser, that she had also perhaps grew older and grew wiser. You know what I mean? Because it turns out her later stuff is much more my bag. But the good thing about going back to an album this early in her career and looking at it is that you can see the toolkit's already there. She's got all the skills there. There's just no developed to the point of where I like them to be. Like her. Oh, this is gonna sound shitty, but her musical tastes at that point, or like her musical taste, not in terms of what she listens to, but in terms of her writing, isn't as nuanced and mature as her later stuff, which I prefer. But what she has got in spades is the ability to write a good hook, and she's got her lyrics are really good at telling stories. I don't think her lyrics at this point are like, I'm not like reading the lyrics and going, holy shit, that line's got like 5 multiple meanings to it and it's really, really clever and it's got all this nuance and stuff. But it is really clearly telling a story, and that is its own kind of difficult art form in itself. So, like, she is clearly at this point a really talented singer-songwriter. I just think that she's channeling it in a direction that isn't 100% suited to my music tastes, but I can still appreciate the artistry in it and be particularly impressed because of the age at which she was doing that. But that one was a 6 because of the ad-libs, which I don't like the ad-libs. I don't like. She still does them even now, and I don't like them then. And you know this. Anybody who's paid attention, you know that. You must have known there was going to be an ad-lib coming up, and I was going to go, oh god, because she does it, and she thinks it's funny, she thinks it's cool, and it makes me want to slap my tits off. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right? 6 out of 10. It's not even the worst song on the album that I've heard yet, but it's still scoring the least. Because fuck it. Arbitrary. You know what, right? At some point, I'm going to rebrand this channel. I'm going to drop the markabusi thing, right? And it's just going to be, I'm going to rebrand it all as just arbitrary reactions, and there's going to be no rhyme or reason to anything that's happening on the channel. Yes. Got a wee bit of Paramore on the go.
I used to think one day we'd tell the story of us, how we met and the sparks flew instantly, and people would say they're the lucky ones. I used to know my place was the spot next to you. Now I'm searching the room for an empty seat, 'cause lately I don't even know what page you're on. Oh, a simple complication, miscommunications lead to fallout. So many things that I wish you knew, so many walls up I can't break through. Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking, and I'm dying to know, is it killing you like it's killing me? Yeah, I don't know what to say since the twist of fate when it all broke down, and the story of us looks a lot like a tragedy now. Next chapter. How'd we end up this way? See me nervously pulling at my clothes and trying to look busy, and you're doing your best to avoid me. I'm starting to think one day I'll tell the story of us, how I was losing my mind when I saw you here, but you held your pride like you should have held me. Oh, I'm scared to see the ending. Why are we pretending this is nothing? I tell you I miss you, but I don't know how. I've never heard silence quite this loud. Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking, and I'm dying to know, is it killing you like it's killing me? Yeah, I don't know what to say since the twist of fate when it all broke down, and the story of us looks a lot like a tragedy now.
Yes.
This is looking like a contest of who can act like they care less, but I liked it better when you were on my side. The battle's in your hands now, but I would lay my armor down if you said you'd rather love than fight. So many things that you wish I knew, but the story of us might be ending soon. Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking, and I'm dying to know, is it killing you like it's
Right, okay, so that song was absolutely fucking banging. It was basically like a country version of a Paramore song, and I thought during the beginning of it they're not going to get the same kind of power that it actually needs to push that across, but they really, really did, and it was, by the end of it, just a straight up fucking pop punk banger, slightly kind of diffused by the lack of like aggression and the instrumentation, but still really, really fucking good. Melodies were great, the vocals were, like, the lyrics were fine, I thought the drums were really good, all the instrumentation was on point, brilliant, brilliant, so close to being a 10 out of 10, but the next chapter and the end, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, get them so stay fuck. Oh, I'm sweating bullets. Sweating bullets. That was brutal. That was horrific. Horrific. Worst song on the album. 1 out of 10. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Where's that bin? Fund me a bin. Skin in it. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Which means... Right. So, so, that is the end of part 1 of Speak Now, Taylor's version, reaction. So far has scored a total of 49 points. Could have been in the 50s if it wasn't for that last song. Absolute shit that was. But, you know, at the moment it's at 49 points and there's been 7 songs. So, as those of you will know, prime number, that's 7 out of 10, right? The entire thing is going to be up on Patreon at patreon.com/markabusi reactions. You guys on YouTube are currently watching a very, very heavily edited version, and that I've completely whacked entire fucking songs right the shit out of this video. And if you want to see my reaction to them, you need to go to Patreon. If you don't feel like going to Patreon, right, because you are lazy, then sign up to the Twitch channel, because I'm going to be doing the second half of it on Twitch. I done the first half of it on Twitch, may as well do the second half on Twitch as well. Why not? We don't fuck with tradition on this channel, alright? That's just a thing. Anyway, point is, there's a whole bunch of social media type things that I'm on, right? And if you want to, then you go to them. And if you don't want to, then you don't need to. That's 100% fine as well. But that's this fucking video done. I'm not giving an opinion on the album so far because I've only heard half of it. So, you'll just need to wait until the next time, and then you'll get my entire unfiltered thoughts, such as they might be. I'll be markabusi, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, right? And I hope you haven't taken some of the comments to heart. I hope you have taken some of the comments to heart. I hope you've taken some of the other comments not to heart, but to somewhere else, wherever the hell, wherever you feel like they should go. I'll be markabusi, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.